On my 100-pound weight loss, I was meal prepping on a budget, so let's make a 5-day meal prep for $31.
5 pounds of russet potatoes, $3.34. We're gonna start peeling our potatoes. And yes, you can have potatoes on a deficit. They're actually not that high in calories. Now we're just gonna keep up with the potatoes. We're gonna add our seasonings. Lots of paprika because I don't want this to be pale like me. And just a tiny bit of black pepper. I'm gonna give this a good mix. Add to a baking sheet. Now I'm just gonna bake these at 425 for about 30 to 40 minutes. 2 pounds of lean ground beef, $16.47.
To a hot skillet, we're going to add the ground beef.
Taco seasoning, 47 cents.
We're going to add in our taco seasoning and mix it in. We're going to let it fully cook.
A bag of tomatoes, $3.76. 1 white onion, $1.65. Fresh cilantro, 67 cents.
To make our pico de gallo, we're going to add in chopped tomatoes, onions, cilantro.
2 limes, 25 cents each.
I'm going to add lime juice and season with salt and garlic powder.
8 ounces of light sour cream, $1.64. A can of chipotle sauce, $1.13.
To make our chipotle sauce, we're going to add 3 heaping tablespoons of light sour cream, 2 tablespoons of chipotle sauce, garlic powder, salt, and a little bit of water to loosen it up.
Everything's all set, so I'm just going to put my potatoes in the containers. Ground beef, some pico, a bag of taco blend cheese, $1.97. I'm just going to top it with a little bit of cheese and some of that chipotle sauce. And now we just cover these babies up and refrigerate. You can still be in a deficit and have food that you actually enjoy. A tiny bit of coffee this morning. The cottage cheese flatbread, I was on my phone and I almost burned it.
On my 100-pound weight loss, I was meal prepping on a budget, so let's make a $26 4-day meal prep.
Over a pound of steak, $13.90. We're going to slice our steak into thin slices. We're going to season with a little bit of black pepper, garlic and onion powder, soy sauce, $1.52, and soy sauce. Give that a good mix.
We're going to add our beef to a hot skillet and fully cook it.
Protein pasta, $2.52. I'm going to cook up 8 ounces of protein pasta. 1 garlic bulb, 68 cents.
To make our sauce, we're going to add in 6 chopped garlic cloves.
1 red onion, $1.50.
Add in some red onion.
Green onion, 98 cents.
Add in some green onion and cook until fragrant. Add in low sodium soy sauce.
Oyster sauce, $3.12.
Add in the oyster sauce in half a cup of water and allow it to simmer.
Cornstarch, $1.92.
Slowly add in the cornstarch slurry while whisking. This is going to help thicken up that sauce and bring it to a bubble. Once that sauce has thickened up, add in your beef and your pasta. And I'm just going to finish it off with some green onions, chili flakes, and sesame seeds. I'm going to divide this up into 4 portions and I'm all set for the week. I might have lost 100 pounds, but I still get that ravenous need for something sweet late at night. So I've been making these mango clusters with matcha, and they are so good, especially since we're in mango season. I just dice up some mangoes, add some non-fat Greek yogurt to it. No measurements needed. You can't go wrong with this. Just form into clusters and place into the freezer for a few hours. Then I just melt some white chocolate in the microwave. While that chocolate is melting, I make myself a quick little green drink. Once that chocolate is melted, we're going to add a little bit of matcha to it. We're going to dump our clusters right in there, get it all coated. We're then going to top it with coconut flake, and boom, you're all set to enjoy. Now that I had my little sweet treat, I can go to bed in peace.
I lost 100 pounds by still eating foods that I enjoy, so let's make this easy chicken alfredo pasta. Alright, we're going to start by adding 30 ounces of chicken breast to a slow cooker. Going to season with a little bit of black pepper.
We're going to season this well because we don't like bland food. We're going to add in some chicken bouillon, garlic powder, Italian seasoning, paprika, onion powder, garlic paste because I like it real garlicky, and then we're going to mix it all together.
I'm going to cook this on high for 2 to 3 hours. To make our alfredo sauce, we're going to use 1.5 cup of low-fat cottage cheese, 1/4 cup of grated Parmesan, half a cup of reduced fat milk, 2 wedges of light Laughing Cow cream cheese, just a little bit of water, add in your seasonings, and blend.
Once your chicken is cooked, we're going to shred it. We're going to add in our 8 ounces of half-cooked protein pasta, the alfredo sauce, the spinach, give it a good mix to incorporate everything together. Then we're going to add a little bit more of Parmesan on top, and we're going to cover it. We're going to let it cook for another 15 minutes until the sauce has thickened up.
So good. This made me about 5 servings, so now I'm going to have meals for the rest of the week. I'm gonna make myself a little bit of coffee. I've been making this a lot, it's so good. I air fry a lower calorie tortilla, whatever hot sauce you want. Whatever I have for leftover is tomorrow's lunch.
On my 100-pound weight loss, I was meal prepping on a budget, so let's make this $21 5-day meal prep.
2 pounds of lean ground beef, $7.94. Add it to a skillet, season it. 2 bags of cauliflower rice, $4.34. Add in our microwave cauliflower rice. A bag of mixed vegetables, 98 cents. Add in the bag of mixed vegetables. Green onions, 98 cents. Green onions. Low sodium soy sauce, $1.58. About 3 tablespoons of low sodium soy sauce. Sesame oil, $3.22. About a teaspoon of sesame oil. Garlic powder. Give it a good mix and cook it up. A carton of 6 count eggs, $1.43. Create a well in the middle and scramble 2 eggs right in that middle part. Once your egg gets scrambled, give it a good mix. Now we just add in our cauliflower rice, our ground turkey, a bag of broccoli cuts, 98 cents. Add in our steamed broccoli. And now we just refrigerate. Let me show you one of my favorite meals I was making on my 100-pound weight loss. Big Mac casserole.
First, we're going to wash our potatoes.
Once your potatoes are washed, we're just going to dice them up into small pieces. We're just going to season with a tiny bit of black pepper, salt, garlic powder. I'm going to slice up a little bit of white onion.
To a hot pan, we're going to add in the white onion. We're going to saute this for a bit. Then we're going to add in the potatoes, and we're going to fully cook these. In another pan, we're going to cook our lean ground beef. We're going to break it up, add a little bit of water to it, season it, and we're going to fully cook it.
All right, everything's cooked, so I'm just going to add my potatoes to a baking dish. And I've told you guys a million times, don't be scared of potatoes. They're not that high in calories. Now I'm going to layer the lean ground beef on top. And now we're going to top with some reduced fat cheddar cheese. All right, I'm going to throw this baby in the oven just long enough for the cheese to melt. All right, this baby is done baking. To make our Big Mac sauce, we're going to use half a cup of non-fat Greek yogurt, 2 tablespoons of relish, 3 tablespoons of sugar-free ketchup, 1 teaspoon and a half of white vinegar, 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Give it a good mix. I'm just going to top it with some of that burger sauce, some shredded lettuce, some diced tomatoes, lastly some pickle slices. It's really so good. I've lost 100 pounds, so let me show you this buffalo mac and cheese salad I was making on my weight loss. We're going to start with some romaine lettuce. We're going to do a lot because I always like a big salad. We're going to add in 2 ounces of protein elbow macaroni. We're going to add in some roasted sweet potato, some roasted broccoli, some white onion. I'm going to top it off with some grilled chicken, a little bit of cheddar cheese. All right, to make our mac and cheese dressing, we're going to be using half a cup of non-fat cottage cheese, half a cup, 1/4 cup of reduced fat cheddar, 1/3 cup of reduced fat milk, half the packet of a mac and cheese powder, 2 tablespoons of buffalo sauce. Now just blend this baby up. Now we're going to add in our buffalo mac and cheese dressing. She's looking gorgeous. We're going to give it a good toss. This salad is incredible. I don't play when it comes to my salads. Let me show you one of my favorite salads I was eating on my 100-pound weight loss. Alright, we're going to start with the classic, some romaine lettuce. I'm going to do a lot because I love a huge salad. Now I'm going to add in some 95% lean ground beef that I cooked in taco seasoning, tomato, some white onion, black beans, some pickled jalapenos, some reduced fat cheese, a little bit of crushed tortilla chips for a little bit of a crunch. Alright, for the dressing, we're going to use 2 heaping tablespoons of non-fat Greek yogurt, 2 teaspoons of ranch seasoning, 3 teaspoons of pickle juice, and just a tiny bit of sriracha for spice. We're going to mix it up, and I added a little bit of water to thin it out. She's looking pretty as always, and we're going to add in our dressing right on top. I'm just going to add a little bit of guac right on top, some light sour cream, just a little bit. We're going to give it a good mix. You get a chip, load that baby up. One of my top 10 favorite salads. I lost 100 pounds by still eating things that I enjoy.
Bark, I just want
So let's make one of my hyperfixation salads. We're gonna add in some white beans, yellow bell pepper, orange bell pepper, corn, scallions, cilantro, tomato, some grilled chicken right on top.
To make our elote dressing, we're going to use 3/4 cup of light sour cream, 3/4 cup of light mayo, the juice of 1 lime, 1 tablespoon of chipotle adobo sauce, and 1 tablespoon of honey. We're going to add some seasonings.
I'm also gonna season using Daniel's seasoning to give it a cheesy kick.
We're going to add in our dressing, some cottage cheese, some cilantro. We're going to give it a good mix, and this baby's ready to enjoy.
It's so good.
On my 100-pound weight loss meal prepping on a budget, so let's make this 3-day $14 meal prep.
1 package of Bonza Rotini, $3.18.
We're going to start by cooking up our pasta, and this pasta is what makes this recipe so high protein. Bonza pasta is higher in protein and fiber than most alternative and traditional pasta. It has 20 grams of protein per serving and 8 grams of fiber per serving. We're then going to start making our creamy pasta sauce by adding some olive oil to a hot skillet.
1 garlic bulb, 68 cents.
We're going to add in 4 minced garlic cloves.
2 Roma tomatoes, 21 cents each.
We're going to add in our chopped tomatoes.
1 red bell pepper, $1.48.
Add in the chopped red bell pepper. We're going to add in our seasonings, and we're going to cook it until everything is soft. Add to a blender.
A package of light cream cheese, $1.97.
We're going to add in 3 ounces of light cream cheese, half a cup of water, and we're going to blend this baby up. Blend until smooth. We're then going to start making our meat.
1 pound of lean ground beef, $6.21.
We're going to start cooking up the meat and seasoning it, and we're going to fully cook it. Once it's cooked, we're going to add in our Bonza pasta, our creamy garlic sauce, and we're going to give everything a good mix.
Our pasta is done. Now we're just going to put it into the containers. Now we just cover up and refrigerate. We're all set for the week.
On my 100-pound weight loss, me and overnight oats were best friends. So let's make these matcha overnight oats that I'm obsessed with. We're going to start with half a cup of oats and 1 tablespoon of chia seeds, 3/4 cup of almond milk, 1/4 cup of non-fat Greek yogurt, a sweetener of your choice. I used honey, but you can use stevia, monk fruit, whatever. A teaspoon of vanilla. Lastly, a teaspoon of matcha, and give everything a good mix. Cover up and place these babies in the fridge. While that's setting in the fridge, I'm going to make myself a green drink. It's the next day, and just like that, your matcha overnight oats are ready to enjoy.
Just a tiny bit of coffee this morning. Some drizzle of honey right on top.
I think I was a police officer in another life because I love eating donuts, but I have goals this summer, so let's make these quick 6-minute high-protein microwave donuts. We're going to start by cracking an egg and adding 1/4 cup of reduced fat milk, 1 cup of oat flour. We're going to add in 1 spoonful of the Ghost Way coffee ice cream protein powder. Each single scoop has 25 grams of protein, and I got this from GNC. GNC has so many cool products, you have to check them out. We're then going to add in 2 tablespoons of oil and half a cup of non-fat Greek yogurt, a teaspoon of baking powder and vanilla extract. We're going to mix our batter. We're going to lightly brush our donut molds with some oil, and we're going to fill the donut molds halfway because the dough is going to rise. We're then going to microwave these babies for 6 minutes. We're then going to melt 70% cacao chocolate in the microwave in intervals of 15 seconds. We're going to dump our donuts right in that chocolate, completely coat it, and let it cool down. Give it a little extra drizzle for some pizzazz and enjoy. I know banana bread hates to see me coming. No wonder I had the back of King Kong, baby, because I used to devour all the banana bread. So let's make a healthier version. This has to be the easiest recipe. We're just going to prepare everything in the blender. You're going to want to use 2 cups of oats, 2 bananas, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 3 tablespoons of vegetable oil, 1/4 cup of water, 1/4 cup of honey, 2 eggs, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, half a cup of cocoa powder, and 1/3 cup of brown sugar. And once everything's blended, we're going to add in half a cup of chocolate chips. We're going to grease up a loaf pan, and we're going to bake it at 350 for about 50 minutes to an hour. While that's baking, I'm going to be trying Bloom's new energy drink in the strawberry watermelon flavor that you can get at Target. And boom, this chocolatey banana bread is ready to enjoy.
I lost 100 pounds by still eating foods that I enjoy.
Ladies and gentlemen.
So let's make this low-calorie, high-protein chicken casserole. We're going to start by shredding up 20 ounces of cooked chicken breast. We're going to cook up 8 ounces of protein pasta. Alright, to make our delicious ranch-style alfredo sauce, we're going to use 1.5 cups of low-fat cottage cheese. In she goes. Half a cup of unsweetened almond milk. And no, you can't taste the cottage cheese. Trust me, I've made this like a million times. And we're going to use 1/4 cup of cheddar cheese, or you can use Parmesan, that's great too. And we're gonna put in a tiny bit of black pepper. Garlic powder, measure with your heart, it's your kitchen. Onion powder, 2 teaspoons of ranch seasoning, and some salt to taste. And now we're just gonna blend this baby up. To a baking dish, we're gonna add 24 ounces of half-cooked broccoli. We're gonna add in our protein pasta. We're gonna top it with our shredded chicken breast, a little bit of tomato. Now we're gonna top it with our sauce, get it nice and coated. We're gonna top it with some cheese. Lastly, some turkey bacon bits right on top. Now we're gonna bake this baby at 350 for 15 minutes. And this baby is done. You can find 100 similar recipes in my new cookbook, The Rebel Diet, available now for pre-order. This is maybe about 5 servings, perfect for meal prep. One of my favorites for sure.
After losing 100 pounds, people always ask me what I eat on vacation. And the answer is I eat everything. I'm currently in Mexico City, so you know I'm eating good. And I don't feel guilty because I know once I get back home, I'm going right back to my healthy lifestyle. I started off with some crispy chicken flautas, then I moved on to some steak tacos. Guys, I've had so many tacos here, I'm gonna turn into a taco. I then had it with some chicken pozole, which I've never had it before. It came with some tostadas, which I wasn't sure how to eat, but it was overall good. I then had sope with carne guisada on top, which is kind of like the soft tortilla on the bottom, and some beef stew on top, some cheese, lettuce, and this was really good. I'll definitely be getting it again. To drink, I had some horchata, and I know I always say I don't like drinking my calories, but when it comes to horchata, I'm breaking my own rules. I then had some flan, which honestly I love, but not from this place. It wasn't that good. Also, ignore that piece of cheese on my lip. Overall, I try to enjoy my food when I travel because we only live once, and it's all about balance. And I know once I get back home, I'm getting right back on track. I might have lost 100 pounds, but I still have a major sweet tooth. And I crave something sweet at least once a day, so let's make these strawberry matcha clusters. First, we're going to chop up and dice up some strawberries. We're then going to add some non-fat Greek yogurt to it. No measurements needed. You cannot go wrong with this recipe, trust me. I like adding some honey to it to give it an extra sweet kick. We're then going to form our clusters. I'm going to place it in the freezer to firm up for a few hours. We're then going to take some white chocolate, and we're just going to melt that in the microwave.
While that chocolate is melting, I'm going to be making myself a little green drink.
Once the chocolate is melted, we're going to add a little bit of matcha to it. We're going to give it a good mix until everything is incorporated. And we're going to dump our strawberry clusters right in that matcha mixture and give it a good coating. Place it back on the baking sheet and let it cool down for a bit. And then you're all set to enjoy, baby.
I was almost 300 pounds because I have the biggest sweet tooth.
We will put you right back on.
Now I'm trying to eat healthier desserts. All right, we're going to start with the raspberries. We're going to mash these babies up. And we're going to add about 2 tablespoons of chia seeds. Now we're just going to let this sit for about 20 minutes so it thickens up. Now we're just going to take some salt-free rice crackers, spread a thin layer of low-calorie peanut butter. Now we're just going to take a little dollop of our raspberry jam. And now we just place the top layer. Now I'm just going to melt some chocolate in the microwave. All right, once our chocolate is melted, we're going to take our little rice cake and we're going to dump it right in that chocolate. Just look at that beauty. I'm just going to top it with some flaky sea salt. And I'm just going to put this in the fridge to cool down. Hands down, 10 out of 10.
I don't know what it is, but as soon as it hits 10 p.m., I'm craving something sweet. But I have goals of summer, so let's make this 2-minute high-protein brownie. We're going to start by cracking an egg, adding 1/3 cup of non-fat Greek yogurt. We're going to add in 1 spoonful of the Ghost Way coffee ice cream protein powder. Each single scoop serving has 25 grams of protein, and I got this from GNC. GNC has all these cool products, you have to check them out. I'm going to add in 1 tablespoon of sweetener of choice and 3 tablespoons of sugar-free cocoa powder. We're going to give it a good mix, then we're going to transfer it into a microwave-safe container. We're going to microwave this baby for 2 minutes. And just like that, you have a perfect high-protein brownie. Top with some yogurt, honey, peanut butter, and some extra chocolate chips, and boom, delicious.
Just the right amount of coffee to get me through the day.
I might have lost 100 pounds, but that doesn't mean I stopped eating things that I love, especially when it comes to these buffalo chicken hot pockets. We're going to take some cooked chicken breast, shred it, and then we're going to season it with Dano's Original, and we're going to give it a good mix. To make our buffalo sauce, we're going to use 1 cup of low-fat cottage cheese, 1/4 cup of buffalo sauce, and a tablespoon of ranch seasoning. We're going to give that a good blend, and we're going to add it to our chicken. To make our high-protein dough, we're going to use 2 cups of self-rising flour, 1 cup of low-fat Greek yogurt and garlic salt. We're going to knead our dough into a ball, and we're going to divide it into 8 equal parts. We're going to roll the portions into 8 balls, and using a rolling pin, we're going to roll them out. We're then going to add our chicken and some reduced fat mozzarella. We're then going to carefully fold it in to form our hot pocket. We're going to place it on a hot skillet, and we're going to let it cook on both sides. Now these babies are ready to go and enjoy. After losing 100 pounds, people always ask me if I have cheat meals, and I do. I don't consider them cheat meals, though, because it's all about having balance. I was grocery shopping at Costco today when I started violently craving food from the food court, so I bought some. One thing I never do anymore is drink my calories, so while I was at Costco, I picked up a packet of Chief Forest. It's a sparkling water rich in flavor with 0 sugar and 0 calories. I also ended up getting a hot dog and a giant cookie, and my second Chief Forest because I always need something to drink when I'm eating. It has a full-bodied flavor, and it's not like these other bland sparkling waters. And I'm not going to feel guilty because one meal isn't going to ruin my entire life, and I'm going right back to eating healthy tomorrow. On my 100-pound weight loss, I was meal prepping on a budget, so let's make this $23 4-day meal prep.
3 chicken breasts, $8.27. We're going to start by cubing up our chicken. We're going to add our seasonings, a tiny bit of black pepper, a little bit of salt. We're going to give it a good mix.
We're going to add the chicken to a hot skillet.
A can of crushed tomatoes, $1.84.
We're going to add in the can of crushed tomatoes.
Tomato paste, 86 cents.
2 teaspoons of tomato paste.
1 garlic bulb, 76 cents.
2 teaspoons of minced garlic. We're going to allow the chicken to fully cook until the sauce has thickened up as well.
Protein pasta, $2.52. And we're going to make 8 ounces of protein pasta.
Once that chicken is cooked and the sauce has thickened up, we're going to add in our protein pasta.
Low-fat cottage cheese, $3.78. Fat-free milk, $1.95.
We're going to add in blended cottage cheese and fat-free milk.
Grated Parmesan cheese, $3.49.
We're going to top it with grated Parmesan. You're going to give everything a good mix, and at this point, taste it for seasonings.
This made me about 4 servings, so I'm just going to put everything into the containers. Now we just cover up and refrigerate. Easy, delicious, low-calorie, high-protein, and affordable.
I'm in my healthy era, but I still have a huge sweet tooth, so let's make these high-protein chocolate ice cream pops.
All right, to make these, it's super easy. We're going to use 1.5 cups of non-fat Greek yogurt. 1.5 cups. These are perfect for the summer. We're going to add in 3 tablespoons of honey. We're going to be adding 2 scoops, and each scoop is 25 grams of protein. Amazing. Now we're going to give this a good mix.
Once everything is well mixed, we're going to place clusters on a lined baking sheet, and we're going to insert the popsicle sticks. Now we just place these in the freezer for a couple of hours to firm up. Once your popsicles have firmed up, we're going to take some 70% cacao chocolate and melt that in the microwave. While my chocolate is melting, I'm going to make myself a little green drink. Make sure to stock up because greens are the lowest they've ever been right now for Prime Day. Once that chocolate is melted, we're going to take our popsicle and we're going to pour that chocolate right on top of that popsicle. These are delicious and perfect for the summer.
I've lost 100 pounds. And I was still eating pancakes, so let's make this healthier version. All right, to start, we're going to add in 1/2 cup of oats. Hi, Bang Boo. I'm going to add in 1 mashed banana. These are super easy to make. Oh, there comes Bang Boo running into my pancake mixture. He just wants to play a little bit. All right, now that Bang Boo's out of the way, I'm going to add in a teaspoon of vanilla extract and a teaspoon of baking powder. I'm also going to be adding a splash of milk. Oh, Bang Boo really wants these pancakes. As I was saying, I'm going to add a splash of milk and give everything a good mix. We're then going to place everything in a blender and blend until smooth. We're going to add our pancake mixture to a hot skillet. We're going to let it cook for a few minutes, and once it's bubbling, we're going to flip that thing over and allow it to fully cook for a few more minutes. Our pancakes are done, so I'm just going to top it with a little bit of Greek yogurt on top, some blueberries, and a drizzle of honey. It tastes just like regular pancakes. I think Bang Boo's going to like it. There was a time where I was obsessed eating these. How did you lose weight? How did you lose weight? What was the secret? Something that really helped me was volume eating. This is 1 cup of rice for 200 calories. This is great and I love rice, but this is not going to keep me full for long. But all of this will. And all of this is about 200 calories, so you're eating more for the same amount of calories. So that we get full for longer, we're not hungry all day. Okay, so to make our high volume rice, I'm going to use half a cup of white rice. And to that white rice, I'm going to add in 2 cups of cauliflower rice. I'm going to have this with some lean ground beef, so I'm just going to quickly cook this up.
While that's cooking up, I'm going to make myself a little green drink. To my green drink, I'm going to be adding Bloom's new colostrum and collagen peptides. All you do is simply add it to your greens and enjoy.
All right, my ground beef is done, so I'm just going to top my rice with the ground beef. Low calorie, high volume. This is a secret.
I wake up parched every single morning. I'm talking Sahara Desert type thirsty. With my breakfast, I'm having some Chi Forest. It's a sparkling water rich in flavor. It has a full peach aroma. Not like these other bland sparkling waters. And it's 0 calories and 0 sugar because you know we are not drinking our calories around here. And I'm having it with a bowl of Greek yogurt, chia pudding on top, sliced strawberries, just a simple, delicious breakfast. I'm a bit sick right now, so I did not want to fuss around in the kitchen so early in the morning. For lunch, I wanted to make myself a big old salad bowl, so I started by chopping up my veggies. I added in lettuce mix, yellow bell pepper, cucumber, tomatoes, green onion, grilled chicken breast, non-fat feta, and then I topped it with a mix of light sour cream and taco sauce. I know it sounds a bit weird, but it's actually really good. I had it with some peach flavored Chi Forest, which is my favorite flavor, by the way, and I get these from Costco. For dinner, I ordered a burrito bowl because I'm sick, I don't feel good, I did not want to cook, and I had it with another Chi Forest. And before you ask, yes, I did eat burrito bowls like this when I was losing weight. You can make room in your deficit, and you don't have to deprive yourself of things you love.
I was almost 300 pounds because I was inhaling pizza all the time. So let's make a lower calorie taco pizza. We're going to use lean ground beef.
I'm going to season using Daniel's Original and Daniel's Chipotle.
And we're going to give it a good mix.
We're going to fully cook the meat.
We're going to use lavash bread as our flatbread. The whole thing is 120 calories. The key here is volume eating. We're going to spray with olive oil cooking spray. I'm going to put this in the oven at 400 just to toast up for a few minutes.
Once your flatbread is toasted, we're going to lightly coat it in taco sauce. We're going to top it with the ground beef and then some reduced fat taco blend cheese.
I'm going to place this back in the oven to broil on low just for the cheese to melt.
Once that cheese has melted, I'm going to top it with some shredded lettuce, tomatoes, pickled jalapenos, and a mixture of sour cream and taco sauce.
It's so good and super easy to make. I lost 100 pounds. Let's make this quick 5-minute protein Oreo cheesecake. We're going to use 1 serving of vanilla protein powder. I'm using Optimum Nutrition 100% whey protein. I got this from GNC. You guys have to check them out. They have all these cool flavors and brands to choose from. Whatever flavor you like, they have it. We're going to add in 1 scoop. 1 scoop is 24 grams of protein. Now I'm going to add in protein Greek yogurt. This is 15 grams of protein. I'm going to add in 1 tablespoon of 0 sugar Jell-O cheesecake mix. I'm going to mix our cheesecake filling really well. Once it's all mixed up, you're going to end up with a very thick concoction like this. I'm going to crush up 2 Oreo thins and I'm going to add it right in here. I'm just going to crush it right with my hands. Perfect. Just going to mix in the Oreo. Okay, so for the crust, we're going to take 1 graham cracker and we're going to crush it up. Once it's all crushed, we're going to add 1 to 2 teaspoons of water. And this is just going to help us mold it to the bottom. Our crust is going to look something like this. Now we're going to add in our cheesecake mixture right on top. And I'm just going to finish it off with some reduced fat Cool Whip. I'm going to take 1 more thin Oreo and I'm going to crush it right on top.
Just look how good this looks.
So good. I have a huge sweet tooth, so this is amazing.
I might have lost 100 pounds, but that doesn't mean I stopped eating things that I love, especially anything to do with pizza. And these pizza Hot Pockets have been a lifesaver. To make them, you're going to need 2 cups of self-rising flour and 1 cup of non-fat Greek yogurt. You're going to mix everything together and knead it into a ball. Divide into 8 equal parts. You're going to shape them into little balls, and then we're going to roll these babies out. You're going to add in about a tablespoon of tomato sauce, some turkey pepperoni, and some mozzarella. We're then going to start folding it in to form our little Hot Pocket. Once you formed all your Hot Pockets, you're going to place it on a hot skillet and cook them up on each side for a few minutes. While those were cooking up, I made myself a little green drink. To my greens, I added Bloom's new colostrum and collagen peptides. Bioactive colostrum helps strengthen the immune system, promoting overall health, and it also aids in gut health and digestion. Once these babies cooked up on each side, they're ready to go and enjoy. Now, who told you can't have good food on a diet?
Gonna match my nasty. I got stamina, they say I'm an athlete.
Just a little bit of coffee this morning. I've lost 100 pounds. Let's make a lower calorie, high protein pizza. Alright, to make our dough, we're going to use 1 cup of non-fat cottage cheese, 1/4 cup of egg whites, 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour, a little bit of black pepper, some Italian seasoning. Give it a good mix. We're going to pour our cottage cheese right into a lined baking sheet. And you're going to want to spread this out into a thin circle shape. The secret is you want to leave it thin so that it cooks through. Right now we're going to bake this at 350 for about 30 to 35 minutes until set. This has baked, so I'm just going to add a very little pizza sauce on top. Some reduced fat mozzarella, turkey pepperoni. I'm going to place this back in the oven for about 3 to 5 minutes, long enough for the cheese to melt. This whole thing is like 400 calories. I'm going to eat it all. Super high protein. I have to let it cool down a bit before cutting it so it doesn't fall apart. I was almost 300 pounds. Ladies, because I was always eating junk food like Oreo, so let's make a healthier version. We're going to start with half a cup of pumpkin puree, half a cup of non-fat Greek yogurt, 1 egg, a teaspoon of vanilla extract, half a cup of unsweetened cocoa powder, 3 tablespoons of coconut flour, 1/4 cup of stevia, and give everything a good mix until you get a chocolatey batter. You're going to take a scoop right onto a lined baking sheet.
Using a spoon, you're just going to give it a round little shape.
Now we're just going to bake these at 350 for about 10 to 12 minutes. Alright, so for our Oreo filling, we're going to use 1 cup of non-fat Greek yogurt, 3 tablespoons of stevia, and that's it. We're just going to give it a good little mix.
Once your cookies have baked and cooled down, you can start building your Oreos.
It's lighter in calories, so I can eat more. I lost 100 pounds, and I was able to accomplish that because I got smarter about my food choices. So instead of having a 940 calorie burger, I would have a meal that was more filling for less calories. This whole plate right here is 465 calories. 200 grams of potatoes is very low calorie. We have 6 ounces of chicken breast and we have some broccoli. It won't put you over your calorie deficit and you're going to be able to meet your fitness goals. Meanwhile, this, you're going to have it with some french fries, some soda. It's easily over 1,000 calories already. This is 940 calories on its own. Another tip is that I rarely drink my calories anymore, so I'm going to make myself a little green drink. You can eat a lot and still lose weight. I lost 100 pounds because I was eating low calorie, high volume. So let's make my hyperfixation lunch for this week. Cowboy caviar. Alright, so we're going to start by dicing up some bell peppers. I'm going to use all 3 colors to keep it pretty. Remove that part, whatever that's called. My friend was telling me about the largest climate bill passed in Congress in 2022. Apparently it's resulting in like numerous health benefits by lowering emissions of harmful gases. Alright, my bell pepper is diced, so I'm just going to start dicing up some tomato. It's helping reduce premature death from like asthma and heart attacks. I don't know, I feel like everything is killing us nowadays. We're going to dice up some onion. I like a bit of spice, so I'm going to mince up a bit of jalapeno. So that clean energy bill has made 200,000 clean energy jobs, which has been prioritizing low-income communities, which are more susceptible to the impacts of climate change. Pretty cool stuff. Now I'm just going to chop up some cilantro. Alright, so now we're just going to put everything into a huge bowl. I'm going to add in some poached shrimp, some corn, black beans, some non-fat feta, a little bit of black pepper, some low-sodium taco seasoning, lime juice, just a little bit of garlic powder. Give this a good toss. Air fried a low-calorie tortilla, and I'm just going to put some on top.
Come grocery shopping with me as someone that's also 100 pounds for some groceries and snacks. First thing I grabbed was some protein rice, then I went and got some veggie sticks to snack on. These are pretty low calorie and great to have around. You guys know I'm always making some sort of lower calorie pizza, so turkey pepperoni is always a must. And then went and got some lower calorie, lower carb tortillas, and my favorite way of using these is making them into chips for nachos. And you already know we're not afraid of carbs around these parts, so I love getting these bagels. Are 11 grams of protein per bagel. And I'm running low on my Bloom Green, so I had to go check them out. Ended up getting their new pineapple flavor, which is exclusively sold at Target. I ended up getting some Cool Ranch protein chips to snack on, and I always keep some sort of frozen veggie just for convenience for those busier days. I also ended up getting some lower calorie brownie mix just to try it out.